Based on the current trends and projections for the state of Texas for the future, combined with the advent of the singularity, what does your team think the future of Texas will look like?
The future of Texas is predicted to be way more populated. This is for many reasons. Through immigration and through a huge number of people relocating to Texas for various reasons, such as work, location, family, and cheaper living, population is growing and has predicted to grow all the way to 25% of the U.S. population by 2050. The expansive nature of Texas will result in many changes required to adjust to the growing number of people occupying the same land. What this means is that in the future, we're going to need more teachers, more hospitals, doctors, resources. That could be things as oil, water, electricity, gas, housing. Many adjustments are going to be made for the growing number of people.
Cities will grow, which will create more urbanized towns and increase the size of already big cities like Austin, Houston, and Dallas. Cities will begin to rebuild existing infrastructures in order to accommodate the large influx of new residents. This will include tearing down old buildings to accommodate newer buildings. Transportation will also begin to evolve in Texas with the potential for more improved systems of public transport on a massive statewide scale.
Diversity, especially higher percentage in a Hispanic population. This includes gas and oil industries, cheaper such as low tax rates on houses. Land would also be cheaper compared to other states in Texas. All three of these would be a good example of why Hispanics or Latinos will move towards Texas. Adjustments must be made for safety. Could either be an increase in crime due to less regulation of the huge population or an upgrade security program would be implemented. Trash regulation changes, such as littering, pollution, necessity for landfills and jobs in garbage control and landfill work. In an article by Sarah Schofield, recycling keeps growing, but so do landfills. She claims that even though people in Texas are recycling, landfills are still growing due to a large population. This will lead to more landfill jobs. Mother Nature, examples such as hurricanes, floodings, earthquakes, and tornadoes. For example, this year Harvey took a major impact on the many lives of Texas. Lives would change with the destruction of many houses. New cities will be created with a large population, as Texas will have to rely on building new major cities across Texas.
The opportunity our team would like to address to help the state of Texas achieve a positive future for existence is transportation. Because all of Texas's major cities are overpopulated with people who drive to and from work, school, and home. Clearing the roads for them to move more efficiently and quickly instead of having rush hour or traffic during lunch, holidays, and weekends.
The demand for gasoline will also increase. Texas is going to need to be able to adjust to this by new transportation methods or by growing in our gas and oil industries.
In Texas, one person is killed about every 2 hours and 20 minutes on average in traffic accidents. One reportable crash occurs every minute on average in Texas. And in 2016, more than 3,700 people were killed on Texas roadways last year, marking a 10% increase in traffic deaths, according to data from the Texas Department of Transportation.
Our solution to solving Texas's transportation issues is the hyperloop.
The hyperloop is fast, efficient, and cheap to operate. The average speed will be around 600 to 760 miles per hour, and this also reduces a huge amount of traffic. Lower power consumption, as they will be using solar energy for power instead of creating pollution from our oil and gas consumption, tar, and even more. As the hyperloop is in a tube, it is protected from the weather such as earthquakes, hurricanes, flooding, tornadoes, hail, and our random poofs of snow. Also, considering the hyperloop is in a tube, It won't hit or kill any of the birds that are flying in the air, and it also won't include any of the objects that may have been on railroad tracks. Automation does reduce human error, promotes economic growth around the hyperloop route, and it also reduces freight costs and times. All of this gives us Texans a clean and positive future.
So as you can see in the video, Elon Musk plans on building an underground hyperloop network beneath the city of LA. However, that will only be the case for LA due to its high volume of traffic, increasing population, and scarcity of land. In Texas, however, the soil conditions are too poor to build underground tunnel networks. Therefore, the tunnels will need to be above ground. The plan right now is to raise them above the ground on pylons spaced roughly 100 feet apart. This will help with floods, earthquakes, and thermal expansion from our 100+ degree summers.
The Hyperloop will obviously have many benefits. Not only will it be providing many new jobs for people all across the state, but it will provide faster transportation and create less traffic. We could potentially be saving thousands of lives per year, help disabled people in times of need. But there are, of course, some cons to be considered. We could potentially be killing people with accidents, because any accident on a Hyperloop is going to be a major disaster. This is a very expensive project, which will lead to an increase in taxes for transportation. And the amount of interest we can set in people may decline as these facts become more present and support can decline.